to then the team time trial. Again, the riders are off around the streets of Berlin. They'll be covering something like 40.5 kilometres. That's 25 miles. Incidentally, we've been having one or two problems with our pictures this afternoon. Not our fault, and not entirely German televisions either. Apparently, they've been having a dispute with the military over the use of frequencies, and not surprisingly, the military won it. The team time trial then, a reminder there are 9 riders in each team. It's all a bit complicated, so I'll leave it to Phil Liggett to explain. Phil.
And as you join us, Richard, on the start line is Sean Kelly's CAS Mavic team. Sean Kelly wears number 171, about to start in this 40.5 kilometres team time trial. The emphasis very much on all of the teams in this year's Tour de France now, because the time will be taken on the 5th rider of the team to cross the line. So, as you'll understand, there's not much point in being the strongest man in this team lineup, because there's no point at all in going away on your own. The first 5 riders ideally have got to finish together to take the same time, because it is the 5th rider over the line at the end who will be given the time for the day. That time will then be given to the overall individual riders' classification. So obviously the fight for the yellow jersey, even on this day, this afternoon rather, of the team time trial, is very much for the individual fight. And remember that after this morning's stage, the overall lead is now with Lech Piasecki from Poland. He leads, in fact, the Schuren of Belgium by just 18 seconds, and yesterday's winner in the prologue time trial, Jelle Nijdam, is third, 20 seconds back. There's a few times on the screen showing the race so far, and in fact the best time we've had at 10 kilometres being put up by the Colombian, by the Hitachi team. That's the latest time just come in, 11 minutes and 52 seconds for the opening 6 miles. And here we have the ANC team, the first chance we've had to see them this afternoon in the team time trial formation, the 9 riders from the British-based team. And Malcolm Elliott this morning finishing a very, very worthwhile 17th on the stage, which means he wasn't too far away from the head of that big bunch sprint, and maybe Malcolm Elliott will be looking for a victory during the next few days. But right now they're concentrating on this team time trial. The best time recorded so far is by the Fagor team, of which Britain's Sean Yates is a member. They've recorded an impressive time, to say the least, for the 25 miles of 46 minutes and 43 seconds. There's the Fagor time on the board, and this is Sean Kelly's CAS team now coming into sight, and this time tick on the screen is coming shortly after the 6-mile point. And the team of Robert Miller, Panasonic, on the start line. And Miller very fortunate this morning to avoid the crash in which 40 riders approximately fell, and Laurent Fignon was among them. They're underway now, and Phil Anderson, of course, also in this team. And this is the System U team of Laurent Fignon. They've started midway down the lineup today, but they are the best time so far at the 6-mile check with 11 minutes and 36 seconds. The time to beat still Fagor. And this is the arrival of the ANC Holford team coming in. The time to beat is still that of Fagor, and the ANC outside that time. But even so, it's been a good day for the team. Malcolm Elliott finished 17th this morning on the stage and promises his sprint might be useful later on this week. 47.23 is the time, and they've moved up into second place of the first 6 teams to start. And this is Sean Kelly, 171 here, trying to drive his CAS team, because time is so important in these time trials. It's the only chance, though, for the other stronger teams to pull back on men like Kelly, because you are at the will of the strength of your whole team and not yourself. Remember the time taken on the 5th rider in the formation to cross the line. So there's no point in Sean Kelly riding away on his own today. He has to go with his team. And the whole team working, of course, to give Kelly a good time today, in the hope that later on this week he might well move into the leader's yellow jersey. And there's a very good time possible, a new leader here from the Brianzoli team. They come up towards the line. There's the time to beat, 46.38 by the Spanish team. But Brianzoli are going to better that. As the 5th rider crosses the line, the clock will stop. 46.35, and they go top of the board. And the System U in a long, long line here. And I think, Paul Sherwin, you might tell us exactly how a team works in formation.
Well, there are 2 ways to ride a team time trial, and this shot we have here actually shows one of the best ways into a headwind or with a tailwind in a long straight. The riders straighten themselves out so each rider can do as much as he feels he's capable of. That way you can get the maximum out of every rider. When you've been to the front and done your turn, you swing off and slide back to the line and recuperate, because the slipstreaming effect can save up to 20% of your energy.
Well, there's been some amazing times recorded already for this 25 miles today, averaging well over 32 miles an hour. This is Sean Kelly's CAS team coming up to the finish now. The time to beat is that of the Italian Brianzoli team, and it's looking very, very good. If Kelly's team can produce the sprint here, they'll take the lead overall on this stage. Fifth man on the line takes it. 46-20, they go into the lead. Sean Kelly at the top with his CAS team. And this looks like a very good time coming up here from Laurent Fignon's System U team. So Fignon, who crashed this morning, has been driving this team along. And look, only 5 riders left in the formation. The time taken on the last man. And so Fignon coming up with an excellent time in this group, 45-27. That's well the lead, almost a minute outside Kelly's CAS team.
Fignon was behind.
And as they cross the line, it looks to me as though Laurent Fignon is a few seconds adrift of that time, so he will not be given the best time of his team, and that is a shock. And a big effort being made here very early on in the course, just after the 6 mile point, by Stephen Roach's Carrera team, the last team to start today. And the whole team is still showing 9 men in the group. This is a very important stage for Stephen Roach. He'll want the team to work hard today. If you catch a glimpse of his number, he'll wear number 11. And this is the Panasonic team of Robert Miller. And look at this time. They've really done Miller a favour today. They were the fastest riders at 6 miles covered, and the time to beat is that of Laurent Fignon's System U squad. It's going to be desperately close as they come up to the line. The seconds counting down. Fifth man on the line gets the time. Miller's in the group. 45-17. Robert Miller will be absolutely delighted with that, and there he is. And here we have the Italian Del Tongo team with Lech Piasecki, the Polish overall leader in that yellow jersey, among his teammates. A little bit confusing because the whole team's colour is in fact yellow. But the all-yellow strip of Lech Piasecki, he'll be delighted if he could only know that at this moment his team has gone through the 26-kilometre check in a time of 29 minutes and 39 seconds. And with only Stephen Roach's team to come, they are the best time so far. And this is going to be very, very close. This could be a new leader here. The Del Tongo team coming in. They were faster than Panasonic at 26 kilometres by just 4 seconds. And as they come up to the line, Piasecki, the yellow jersey, fighting it out for first place. Time on the 5th man. And a new leader, 44 minutes, 58 seconds. Lech Piasecki will probably keep his yellow jersey today with that ride. And as we go under the kilometre to go, this is Stephen Roach's Carrera team, and it looks to me as though there's a real chance here. They can pull off this victory today. Paul Sherwin's agreeing with me. The Del Tongo team are on the top of the leaderboard with a time of 44 minutes and 58 seconds. And now in this last quarter mile, can Stephen Roach steal the day's honours for the Carrera team? The important thing today for Roach's team is Guido Bontempi is in 4th place. If they can beat the Del Tongo time by 21 seconds, then Guido Bontempi would be in yellow tonight, and Stephen Roach would probably be in 2nd place in the Tour de France. But the time is counting slowly towards the 44.58 of Del Tongo. The finish is on the horizon, but it may not come quick enough for this team. Everybody here now is giving their all as they come into the last 300 metres. Remember, the first 5 riders must finish the time taken on the 5th man to cross the line, and all of them sprinting for the line now as they try to snatch the time that will take this team time out. What a finish this is going to be! As the time counts down, they cross the line. 44 minutes, 50 seconds, 8 seconds victory for the team of Stephen Roach. It won't be enough for the yellow jersey, but first place on the stage today will do very nicely, thank you. So, as Jürgen Pedersen there snatches a well-earned drink and the rest of the riders gasp for air, that was a marvellous performance by Stephen Roach's team. They will climb nicely up the classification. They didn't quite do enough to take the yellow jersey away from Lech Piasecki of Poland and the Del Tongo team. But here again is how Roach's team won the team time trial stage of the Tour de France. And there is the overall leader of the Tour de France, Lech Piasecki of Poland. He was second in the prologue. He was sixth this morning. His team has finished second this afternoon. There's no doubt that the Del Tongo team and Piasecki are the men who've dictated the Tour de France in West Berlin.
So confirmation of the result then, Carrera the last team in, but quickest by 8 seconds, and Stephen Roach delighted about that. Del Tongo, who boasts the Tour leader at present, finished second with Panasonic third and Toshiba fourth. Piasecki keeps the leader's yellow jersey then, but Roach is third overall. It's been a good day for the Irishman and the Carrera team in general. Well, tomorrow is a rest day. The whole circus flies on from Berlin to Karlsruhe, so we'll be looking at one or two of the contenders for that yellow jersey and speaking to some of the central characters. And if you want to follow the Tour, incidentally, well, the official guide is available now, produced by Winning Magazine in conjunction with this programme. There's an article somewhere in here by Philip the Liggett, which I must admit I haven't read yet and probably won't, but the rest of it is very good value and a snip at £1.95. Well, that's it from us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 6:30 here on Channel 4. Good evening.